4 years ago we came here, we had a little video, we talked about the parking lot and what needed to be updated. All you have to do is take a look around. You drive by, you take a look around, take a look on the outside. We cleaned up all the grasses, made sure everything was nice. We also had the Plainfield beautification come in, and they helped us out, making it look even nicer. You take a look behind you and you see what is a big safety feature. We put up some really nice lights. Nice lights will help for safety for anybody going to the businesses here. Take a look also at the end curbs. If you take a look at the end curbs, you see that little darker spot? That's been paved over because we had a problem with the plows coming through. So we took those out to make it safer, not only for the plow drivers, but for the residents as well. I've been in conversation with the railroad, the State of Connecticut Railroad Division, Mr. Radway, and we've been talking about this. We've been talking about how we want to be safe over here at the railways, and we've been talking about for 2 years, solid. 4 years altogether, but 2 years solid, talking about what can we do to stop the long trains coming through. And what we're doing now is we are going to be acquiring another camera to be put up in the middle, that middle light up over there, which has the power to it. And what we'd like to do is a couple things with that camera. Number one, with that camera, we're going to tape all those long trains being passed through here for switching, and we'll be able to share that with GNW, with the state, and with the Federal Rail Division to say that it's not just a 5-minute stop. It's much more than that. And it's a safety issue because it's such a long connection that it goes all the way down to Cemetery. Cemetery Road has the same train going right through it. So it's a real safety concern. So that's number one we're doing with that. Number two, we're looking to see if we can get enough Wi-Fi power so we can live stream that shot 24/7. Now what does that do? For the resident who says, I don't know if I should go down this way or not, they can look on the live stream and see right off the bat. It's clear, I can go through, or they can see that it's all backed up, I'm going to have another route around it. The great thing about that live stream is anybody can use it. Next thing we're going to be doing, we're going to get an app. With that app, fire department, police, EM services can see that app and they know when the train will be coming through, and they can go to the live stream. So if there's an issue over here, they can use those tools to get around it. Talking about Interoil, we're still working with the state of Connecticut to get a cleanup grant. There is a business owner who's already done business in the town of Plainfield and a proven innovator for doing different things all around New England. So we think that that would be a great match for this site because he wants to buy it. He wants to buy it once he knows that there's some money coming in for cleanup from the state or federal monies, and that way he can put items here on this site. We wanted to talk a little bit about the park. We had monies that came in from STEAM, and we're looking to add things to give offers for different age groups to utilize. Obviously you see behind us is the new playground, all ADA compliant. It is something we're very happy to have because it's a great addition to the town. The other one had to come out. The other playground was over 20 years old, and we needed to take it out of there. So we thought that this would be a great time to go for the grant monies to acquire that and other things going on here at the park. And this is one of the other projects that we just completed. This is phase 1 of 3. This is the sidewalk project that's going down from Shepherd Hill Elementary School, going down towards Route 12. And what we're doing is working for you for these safety issues. Very proud this project has been completed this year, and we'll start up with the next phase of it probably next year. One of the issues that we've been talking about is doing more and more recreational activities and more things to do in the town of Plainfield. What you're looking at right now is the property owned by the town of Plainfield. We're naming it the Musa Green. We have a few groups who are looking to help us out to do more things down here. I can tell you that the Rotary, Plainfield Business Association, Plainfield Beautification, Mission Musa, all want to help to make this a place to hang out, to have events at. The plan is this, very simple. Up against the building, or just outside of the building, we want to put up a gazebo over there. We want to have the brick that is over in the area in front of Cumberland Farms, which the town installed, all that taken out except for the circle. We'll leave that in. We want to reuse that for a walkway going all the way up the front to the gazebo, and that gazebo will be ADA compliant. Benches, park benches around. We have bollards which have been donated by someone, beautiful bollards, and we want to put power, which means we can have lights, cameras over here to help protect it. Plainfield Beautification wants to make a nice color splash over here as well. So again, we have lots of groups who are working together to make this park something to have events at here in downtown Musa. What we have been doing for the past few years is been working hard for infrastructure updates. You'll see behind me the Water Pollution Control Authority. We put $3.4 million from ARPA funds into upgrades to the Water Pollution Control Authority and all of the pump stations to help monitor it and make it easier to respond when there's an alarm. And then behind us here, we're talking about the clarifying tanks, 2 of those, and upgrades to them. So there's a lot of money that's been going into the upgrades of our sewer system. The American Recovery Act is what we're using for ARPA monies. We've been upgrading all of our generators over the past few years, so I hope you understand that when there was that outage for Storm Isaias, we were in trouble. So we at that point had made sure that we were starting to put more money into generator funds and replacements. We had some that were 1976 that were just recently replaced, and that's one of the other things that will be replaced with our ARPA monies as well. So the clarifying tanks and a large generator here. That's what we're trying to put your money to and make sure that it is efficiently done at a minimum cost for increases to your rates. We're not getting any tax dollars for this. We're getting zero. And it's a liability. You look around, you see all the broken windows, people have broken into it. They've actually gone in there squatting into it. My name is Kevin Cunningham. I'm the first selectman for the town of Plainfield. And we're here on site for what will be a new pavilion. This was the site, the 1924 first Plainfield High School. We had voted to take that down. But we also voted, when we did do that, a second question was added so that we could actually apply those monies towards a grant. We did receive the STEEP grant just about a week and a half ago, notified that we got the STEEP grant for $500,000. We had a plan for a pavilion to be placed right here, and that's going to continue. We will be able to put that pavilion up at no additional cost to the taxpayer. We have been doing a lot of different things to have multiple meetings and events here at the town auditorium. We did an upgrade to the HVAC system. We also upgraded our heating system for the pool because we separated it out. Remember that one heating system, the old one, used to heat the pool, the auditorium, and all the offices, and it was on its way out, so we decided to do an upgrade for the boiler, which also separated it out from here. So that's why we have these units here in the town hall auditorium. Now if we have an event here in the wintertime, you have the heat, which will help out to have an event and not feel cold, and the same thing reverse in the summertime. You've got the HVAC systems running, so you have nice AC going on. You can have more events here, and we have. We also have HVAC systems going on in all of the offices now and the downstairs areas. That was part of the plan a long time ago to maintain this building, which was built in 1920, so that we can have that for a long time to come. To tie that next piece in order to have the HVAC systems, we upgraded the electrical service. So all of those things together were because we wanted to preserve the town hall for many years to come. Let's take a quick look and a praise to Diane. She is our town clerk. This is a total changeover from what we had before. There's still a few more little pieces to do. Diane would like to change the blue color to something else, but basically if you notice, the old counters are gone. New counters are in. It's much more serviceable. You'll also notice there's a lower counter. That lower counter right there, that helps and supports for handicaps. So we had to have a handicap accessible area, and that's what was built in here. We've also had many changes to the vault. For those people who utilize the town hall and go into the vault and use it, it's totally changed. The walls have been painted, the floors have been done over. There's a great cabinet system in there now, giving us much more space. They've moved from the bottom floor up to the top floor, the Historical Society artifacts, because it makes it much easier for them to access. We've upgraded the HVAC systems in here as well, not only in the vault, but also in the offices. The work that Diane Talbot's done here is fantastic. For anybody that walks in there, the old look in there is totally different, and we really do appreciate all the work that she's done. This is an area in front of the town hall that we need to have addressed. We've been talking about this for a while. We have it in our 5-year capital plan. It's been there for a while, and we've been talking about how we're going to be able to tackle this. If it's a 5-year capital plan, that means we're about ready to start to do some work on it. We are. The engineer to give us an idea of how much it would cost and what we have to do to fix it. Secondly, we have an engineer to take a look at the issue that you see, not so much here, but on the other side. That other side of the patio has an issue with water coming in. So we're going to see what we can do to get that done, taken care of properly, so water won't get into the basement area, the storage area. That's number 2. Number 3, the area down below also has to have some structural work done to it because of the columns that are there, the support beams, they are starting to sag. We want to make sure that we have no issues with them, so we'll have a structural engineer come and take a look at that and see what has to be done in order to jack those up and support us again, so we can hold on to this building for many more years to come. It's not just going out to get a grant. You could do that, but we have monies available for us through ARPA, and we're going to get the numbers first from whoever it is can do the structural work to take a look at it, and then put it out to bid and see if it fits within those numbers. If not, we have low SIP monies, local capital improvements as well. I think we'll be fine with doing all of that. Unfortunately, so obviously when you're doing a ramp, you have to be very careful and still be able to support the residents in the town who may or may not be able to walk around this issue. So we'll work with that when we get to it, talking about how they can still be serviced. If they want us to walk out and help them out, we can do that. But again, it's a project, and you have to put a lot of work into it, a lot of detail and a lot of thought. Let's talk a little bit about Amazon. People continue to ask what's going on with it. They've made comments online about it. Amazon has built a 200 square foot warehouse here in the town of Plainfield. I just received a contact from an engineer who wants to come out here and now hook up all of the EV stations. For anybody who might have seen the overhead drones of the facility, if you take a look around the parking lot, you'll see things that are actually the startup of what is going to be the EV stations. So those charging stations for their vehicles, because it's a company that wants to be all green if possible, will be right here. So anybody again sees that there's not just 1 or 2 or 3, there's probably about 10 of these stations set up to go that can serve multiple vehicles. If they're asking to put paperwork in with the planning and zoning to start that process, I'm hoping that the next step is going to be coming soon. I will be in contact with them on a regular basis from now on to see what's happening. If they had said that they were going to hold off for 1 year, then it turns out to be a year and a half, and I think they're really starting to come through. In the meantime, just so you know, for anybody that asks a question, the town of Plainfield made sure that that got a CO. So its occupancy is all set. They've been paying the town of Plainfield taxes. Annually, their taxes are $438,000. So once these are included and they are built up, that would mean even if they didn't come in, that's more tax revenue coming in. So I would anticipate maybe $500,000 a year, we'll see. It has to be appraised and go from there. But in the meantime, at least it's a step in the right direction. Putting these EV stations up means that they have an opportunity to now go to the next level and come in. So let's hope that happens. But we'll keep in touch with them and the residents as well over the next few weeks.